Chris here, down in Auckland, New Zealand with another camera comparison. It's the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra versus the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Front-facing cameras, they are 12 megapixels. We have electronic image stabilization, 4K 30 frames per second. I'm swapping over the audio sources so we can listen to which one does sound the best. Let me know in the comments which one you think has the best mics. And the stability here, well, a bit of a test, just to jog ahead. Testing out that electronic image stabilization. This is 60 frames per second now, 4K, and you can see that the footage is looking very smooth. This is with our main cameras with their optical and electronic image stabilization. I can take this up now to 5 times with our iPhone, 5 times optical now with the S23 Ultra. Which one do you think looks the best? I'll take that up to now 10 times zoom with the Samsung, and now 10 times here with our iPhone. That's 10 times exactly. So I can see a bit of a difference here. Certainly to me, looking at the screens, looks like our Samsung has the best zoom video. So I'll go back to our main cameras now, over to the ultra wide. Let's just pan around here. So this is just electronic image stabilization now, looking smooth. Finally back to those main cameras, 4K 60 frames per second. Low light, 4K 30 frames per second, so difficult conditions here. Which one do you think looks the best? As I move ahead, you can see that the stabilization, electronic and optical, does not look as good as daylight. And just panning here, we should not see any drop frames. Even if it is low light, they should hopefully not be dropping any frames at all. Zoom cameras now, so which one do you think looks the best with low light? I think, just looking at the screens at the moment, that the Galaxy S24 Ultra does have a bit of an advantage here with its 5 times optical camera versus the 5 times with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And onto our still shot. So this portrait here, the white balance is best with the iPhone, and I do find the iPhone does capture my eyes a little bit better. Stitching on both is good. And the Samsung looking a little soft, this image. I don't know why it was in focus. Selfie portraits, I think the skin tones are more pleasant with the Samsung. However, the stitching on the iPhone, what happened here? Not very good. It seemed to capture a bit of a car in the background, as you can see from my red arrow. This bright sunflower was captured best here with the iPhone. It got the colors more correct, more true to life of what I saw. And notice that it's the iPhone that is capturing those petals the best, the different shades of the yellow, of the orange there. Not so good there with the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. The Samsung also struggled with this bright yellow flower. It did not get all the different shades of the yellow. There's a lot of clipping. It's oversaturated. The green is too green. The iPhone, on the other hand, best colors, didn't clip as much, captured all those different shades of the yellow petals there, so well done Apple with this shot. So first up, an ultra-wide shot, and they both do a very good job. I think the iPhone has the edge here. It has more true-to-life colors. Now onto our 1x cameras. So both of the main cameras here, both look very good. Lots of detail there, no complaints, capturing a lot of the different shades of the cloud there. But it's when we then start to get into our zoom cameras. So 5 times optical zoom cameras, both of them here, again looking very similar, very close. I notice that there's a little bit more noise with the iPhone, and then when you take it up from the 5 times to the 10 times optical zoom, this is where the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, I think, has a slight advantage. It's coming out with a little less noise compared to the iPhone. So I like this shot in the diner because they are close here, but again, it comes down to the white balance, getting this more correct on the iPhone. That pink should look just how it looks here. It's a little off with the Samsung. The Samsungs are also a little too bright for my liking, a little bit of oversaturation taking place, and I find there's a bit more detail retained with the iPhone photo here compared to the Samsung. Optical zoom cameras again, so 5 times, they are very close here. We don't see too much of a difference in the white balance as we've seen in the other shots. A little more correct with the iPhone again. I do like some of the details that I see with the iPhone, and the Samsung shot also very good. So both of them here, almost a draw. If I've got to pick one, it would probably be the iPhone again for the more true to life color, but only just. One more zoom shot, and this time it is 10 times zoom on both of them. So that's half digital, half optical. And when you crop in, you can see that it's the Galaxy S24 Ultra that does look the best here. Slightly sharper, more details. I think it has the best zoom camera, well, at least in daylight. With this ultra-wide shot, again, they're looking very similar, and it's the Samsung that has a slightly narrower field of view, slightly wider with the iPhone, just a fraction. But if you look at the details in the shadows, HDR, I think, is just a bit better with the S24 Ultra versus the iPhone with this ultra-wide shot. This is where things get really interesting. That's low light now, photography. So you can see with the Samsung, it does capture more details with that double tree sign by Hilton. But look at the sky, it's purple. So overall, it is the best shot, but that white balance is off a little bit. Now with the 5 times optical shots on both of them, you can see again the Samsung has pulled ahead, and this time around it gets the white balance correct. It should be a warm white inside the lobby there. With this shot here, there is a big difference. Look at the grass. There's more details with the iPhone. The white balance is here more correct with the iPhone. The building should be a warm white. The sky looks better with the iPhone. It's second place, the Samsung, with this low light shot. And the final night shot, this is again very close at first glance. But when you do crop in, take a look at the leaves on that tree. It's in the far left there. You can see that it's just better exposed with the iPhone, a little clearer. It's almost a bit too bright with the Samsung. So I think here it was again the iPhone. So quickly recapping my findings here. I think the vlog footage, this went to the Samsung. It had better skin tones, better exposure. The iPhone was slightly overexposed. The stability was also very good, close between the two there. And speaking of stability, I think with zoom low light video, it was more stable with the iPhone, less tremors, less shaking and low light. The iPhone handled colors better, more true to life, better white balance, handled the bright flowers a lot better. Portrait shots looked better with the iPhone. Low light, well, very close. I think the edge with a lot of those shots went to the iPhone. The selfies with the S24 Ultra I thought were the best, and zoom shots during the day, the Samsung took that, and the Samsung also has one trick up its sleeve. It has 8K video. This is something the iPhone does not have. So do you agree with my findings here? If not, let me know in the comments where you think I went wrong there, and do subscribe for more up-and-coming camera comparisons and more on the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. Thanks for watching.